Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome back. My name is Rajni Chaudhary and in this video lecture we will be studying about the effect of arc resistance on the performance of the distance relay. Prior to this, it's recommended that you should go and watch the video of distance relay where the three basic distance relay, that is the impedance relay, the reactance relay and the Moore relay, are explained along with the characteristic diagram on the RX plot. The link is given in the description box below. Also, how the performance of the distance relay get affected due to power swing, link is also given in the description box below. These two factors, arc resistance and the power swing, affect the performance of the distance relay and therefore they are considered while selecting what type of distance relay will be used for either short, either medium or for long length of transmission line. So, how the performance of distance relay get affected as a result of arc resistance? If a flashover from phase to phase or phase to ground fault occurs, then an arc is introduced. The arc resistance now will be introduced into your fault path. The arc resistance is of not greater magnitude if we are dealing with low voltages, but the arc resistance magnitude increases as the voltage level increases. Therefore, the arc resistance need to be considered if we are dealing with high voltages. The arc resistance get added to the impedance of the line and therefore it affects the performance of the distance relay. Since the distance relay measure the impedance of the line from the relay point to the fault point, therefore this arc resistance is also added with the impedance of line and hence the resultant impedance which will be measured now by the distance relay will also increase. If we talk about the ground fault, apart from the arc resistance, there is also earth resistance. Ground faults like line to ground fault or double line to ground fault, in such type of faults, earth resistance is also introduced. Earth resistance here includes the resistance of the tower footing resistance and the earth return part. Therefore, the earth resistance along with the arc resistance together form the fault resistance. Whereas if we talk about face to face faults like double L fault or triple L fault, here there is no earth resistance. So the fault resistance here only consists of the arc resistance. The arc resistance is given by the Warrington formula. Here the L is your length of arc which is measured in meters. I is the fault current in amperes. Initially, the length value is equal to the conductor spacing for phase faults. If we are talking about phase to phase fault, then initially the length value will be equal to your conductor spacing, means the spacing between the two conductors. Whereas if we are talking about ground fault, then the initial L value will be equal to the distance from the phase conductor to the tower. Also, the arc length get increased by the crosswind. Therefore, the arc resistance formula need to be modified according to the wind velocity. And by modifying the arc resistance formula, the formula comes out to be this. Here, S is your conductor spacing in meter, V is your wind velocity in kilometer per hour, T is time in second, and I, as usual, previously defined, fault current in amperes. Since the arc resistance get added with your line impedance, it is generally treated as pure resistance. If we show the arc resistance value in the characteristic diagram of the impedance relay, the R terminology here represents the arc resistance. According to the impedance relay, the characteristic diagram of impedance relay is a circle whose origin is 0 point. Means if the fault point is lying within this circle, then in that case the relay will trip. If the fault point is lying outside the circle, then in that case the relay will not trip. Therefore, ZL value is the upper limit which can be measured impedance from the fault point to the relay point. Means the ZL distance can be measured with the help of impedance relay. Here, if R is the arc resistance value and F is the point of fault, then combining the two impedance ZF plus R will be measured by the impedance relay. If this value of ZF plus R comes within the circle, then in that case the relay will be operating according to the operation of the impedance relay. So we can say that R here is the upper limit of the arc resistance. If the value of R increases beyond this value, suppose R1, then in that case the ZF plus R measured will be this, and since this point is lying beyond outside the circle, then in that case the impedance relay will not be working. So please note that R here is the upper limit of arc resistance, and therefore this arc resistance causes the impedance relay to underreach. Already defined. If the fault point at point F and arc resistance value R is introduced, the relay will measure the resultant impedance, which is ZF plus R. If the ZF plus R lies within the circle, the relay will operate. If the value of arc resistance is greater than R, we have assumed the value R1, then the impedance measured by the relay ZF plus R1 will be greater than the radius of circle, and in that case the relay will not be operating. Here mentioned the relay will fail to operate. Thus this arc resistance, the relay will just operate, and hence this arc resistance causes the relay to underreach. Also, if we talk about the figure B, here it is showing the characteristic diagram of Moore relay. The characteristic diagram of Moore relay is also a circle, but here the center of origin is not 0. Here we are assuming that the characteristic angle of the Moore relay and characteristic angle of the line, that is phi, both are equal. F is the point of fault impedance and R is the point of arc resistance value. The resultant impedance ZF plus R, if it lies within the circle, then the relay will trip. If it is lying outside the circle, then in that case the relay will not be tripping. Means the relay will not give the command for tripping. Whereas it is mentioned here for figure B, if the characteristic angle of the relay alpha is same as the characteristic angle of the line phi, means alpha here is equal to phi. As already stated, fault point F, the actual line impedance is ZF, but due to arc resistance, the impedance which will be measured by the relay will be ZF plus R, which is less than the value of ZL, means it is lying inside the circle, and therefore in that case the relay will trip. Since the ZF plus R value is less than ZL, this arc resistance introduction causes the relay to underreach. If we talk about figure C, here the characteristic angle of the Moore relay is less than the characteristic angle of the line, that is the alpha value is less than phi. Here therefore the Moore circle will get shifted towards the R axis, and the resulting characteristics will now tolerate the Moore value of arc resistance. Here it's represented that if the Moore circle is shifted towards the R axis, by making the characteristics angle of the Moore circle, that is alpha, less than the characteristics angle of the line, means here alpha value is less than phi. Already stated then in this case the resulting characteristics will now tolerate a greater value of arc resistance. In this case the ZF plus R, as you can see in the figure, will be greater than ZL. This ZF plus R is greater than ZL value, but the ZF plus R means the resultant impedance will be less than the diameter of the circle, and therefore here the relay setting will be according to the diameter of the circle. As said, the ZF plus R can be greater than the ZL, but it will be less than the diameter of circle. Here the relay will operate so long as the ZF plus R will remain within the circle. As soon as it goes outside the circle value, then the relay will not be operating. Therefore, here the relay setting, as already stated, will be defined according to the diameter of circle. Therefore, the maximum length of the line which can be protected, ZL value is equal to, considering that ZF plus R is equal to the diameter of the circle. We have defined the value of ZL by considering that the ZF plus R value is equal to diameter of circle. OB here represent the diameter of the circle. We have considered that the ZF plus R and the diameter of the circle are overlapping each other, means they are same, and therefore we have calculated the value of ZL here. Also, for lower values of alpha, the arc tolerance is greater, but here the relay accuracy is lower. For higher values of alpha, the arc tolerance is less, but the relay accuracy is higher. Means we can take this as a case when alpha is equal to phi. In that case, we can measure less value of arc resistance, but the relay will give you accurate result. And we can consider this lower value of alpha case as when alpha is less than phi. In this case, we can tolerate more value of arc resistance, but here the relay accuracy will get degraded. Moving on to the combined representation of the three distance relay. Here we have drawn the three impedance relay, reactance relay, and the Moore relay characteristics. As you can see, this bigger circle is representing the impedance characteristics, whereas the small circle is representing the Moore characteristic, and this line parallel to R axis is representing the reactance characteristic. If we are assuming that F is the point of fault, and as said, if R is the value of arc resistance, then in this case the impedance relay, the Moore relay, and the reactance relay will be operating. But as soon as the value of arc resistance get increases to R1, then in this case we can see that only impedance relay and reactance relay will be operating. If this arc resistance value get increased more than R1, that is now the arc resistance value is R2, then in that case only the reactance relay characteristic will be, means the reactance relay will be operating. So we can easily conclude from here that the Moore relay is mostly affected as a result of arc resistance, impedance relay is moderately affected, and reactance relay is least affected. This is because of the characteristics feature of the three distance relay. As already stated, the reactance relay will be least affected because its characteristics is parallel to R axis, and since here only the reactance is measured, it will not get affected by any value of arc resistance, and therefore it is least affected. whereas the Moore circle is mostly affected. We have seen that the distance relay performance get affected due to power swing and the arc resistance. Therefore, while selecting what type of relay is used for, thus we have seen how the arc resistance affect the performance of the distance relay, as the three distance relay get affected by the value of arc resistance and they cannot operate for every value of arc resistance. With this, we end the video lecture here only. For more videos, stay connected and thank you.